wild thing to say.
You're unmuted, so we're good.
We weren't because you unmuted, but that's fine.
No.
That's totally fine. Everybody heard you and nobody's embarrassed except for you.
Not one bit.
This is good.
I stand on it.
I'm gonna say stand by it.
I mark my territory. I'll let you know.
You don't have myself. Congrats.
Early for this.
You can tell we're having too
Welcome.
much today. It's like field trip.
You're even below average days
I
market,
freaking
huh?
love it.
Damn.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
let's do this.
That it works, right?
Happy Thursday. Happy team lunch Thursday. Anybody pumped for lunch already? Anybody like excited for this? Yes. I can. It's gonna be a good day.
I was actually gonna ask if I could order a burger and a wrap.
Deals happening, clients. Whoa, that's crazy.
Burger
You
and
hungry
wrap.
already?
Well, I
You not eating good at home? Is everything all right?
Yeah.
You've been looking at the menu for 3 days. That's what's going on. This is good. The enthusiasm is growing. I love everything about it. Guys, anybody have any wins? Anything good going on in the wonderful world of real estate?
Mark does.
I just got 3 clients this morning.
Mark does.
I got my first sale by under condo listing sold.
First for sale by owner listing taken and now under contract. Love this. Very exciting. Okay. You were negotiating this yesterday and it took like a whole day to get this thing under contract. What in the world took so long? What's going on?
It was mainly just like signatures, waiting on signatures was most of the time, but
Elderly community. I
yeah,
get it.
yeah, fair enough.
Discriminatory.
They also, so the buyers are buying it with the proceeds coming from sale of their house. So they didn't have like a net sheet or proof of funds from that sale yet. So we just put it into the counter agreement that they have to provide it. We did by Monday, since they're closing Tuesday.
Huh.
That they should have by Monday, and then if not, we have that week, whatever, so. Just waiting on proof of funds, was just figuring out where to get that from, and. Then signatures took the longest.
So did you get it?
Not
Not till Monday.
Not yet, but I did call the title company and let them know, so like everyone's working on it, like someone give me something, please, yeah, but. Yeah,
Very exciting. All right, congratulations. Well, keep us posted. And deal we've been waiting on to get under contract is now gonna be closed in like,
a week and a half.
A week and a half.
13th, yeah.
don't you love when a plan comes together? How exciting.
It's a flip.
How exciting. And you never met this guy before you listed his condo. And if I remember right, he's like sold a bunch of houses on his own, wasn't paying a commission, didn't want to work with anybody, never listing his house, et cetera, and on and on. And then
And then.
he listed it,
Listed it.
he sold it,
Another one.
he's gonna list another one.
You brought up the idea of selling this house if you can get land that you want, so.
And might do a third or fourth transaction all with Mark, just because he was the one who called and followed up for 8-12. How many weeks did it take for this guy to finally work with you?
I think it was about 8.
About
And I
8
was like
weeks.
following up with him, just in case he needed help, he had questions, I didn't expect a listing to come from it, cause yeah, like we said. Um, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird. Weird. Exciting, and exciting because
That's amazing.
now
I agree. Like,
may
literally right now.
just result in an avalanche of things coming the direction. So I'm excited to see what.
Yeah.
Cool. More wins?
Pending.
No, she doesn't feel good about it. She doesn't feel good about it. That's not a win yet. See,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not a
you-
win.
You definitely get.
You sent the wrong person, for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do. I want to give you a chance to catch back up with your accountability partner. I want to give you a chance to catch up back up with your accountability partner and just check in on the things that you told yourself you would do this week. Okay. And before we go do that, I just want to remind you of a simple thing in life. Can we just have a little, let's be honest, really quick? Who in here has something in their life that they would like to change? Like anything, like just something that you'd like to change, right? Generally, some of us, most of us at some point or another have something that we are waiting for it to change. And I just want to reassure you that you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about that at all because everything in your life is going to change. Okay? You just wait over the years, your body's going to change, relationships are going to change, the economy is going to change. You don't have to worry about change. Change is going to happen. Change is automatic. It's coming. No questions asked. Change is going to happen. The problem with that is that progress is not automatic. Progress is the thing that's not guaranteed. Progress is the thing that requires you to take a hold of this process, for you to follow through on the things that you committed to doing. So change is automatic, but progress is not. And I want you to remember this because it's really, really important. And it's really one of the core reasons why we do this activity every week, is because in order for change to actually be progress, you have to take control of that process, because other people are still trying to progress themselves. They don't have time to pull you. They don't have time to bring you. And you've got to make sure that you are taking control of this process so that you get the results that you actually want, that you'll actually be pleased with. And that at the end of the day, when you look at who you became because of the progress that you made, you'll actually be happy about it. All right. So I want to give you a chance. I'm going to give you about 4 minutes to check back in with your accountability partner. If they're in the room, catch up with them in the room. If you got to get them on the phone, get those people on the phone and check in on your accountability. And if you didn't make it on Monday and you didn't get a chance to set some of this accountability, I'm going to encourage you to do something for the weekend and set yourself up with some goals, with some commitments for the weekend, and 2 things specifically that you can do to make sure you move forward even through the weekend. All right. So you got about 4 minutes to catch up with your accountability partner, and then we'll come back and talk Saphir. So let's do it.
The Tuesday I didn't go to bed early, but all the rest of the day.
How are you?
Calm down by 9:30.
Yeah, that's the only way I can sleep. But other than that, I don't have an appointment set.
Why not?
But we still got a few days.
You do?
So still waiting to hear. She's gonna talk to her husband.
Thank you, man. Take care.
So it is in progress. It started the progress. What's that, I guess?
Talking to her husband.
Finding a time that we can meet. Get that timeline started. About yours?
Follow There's there's a lot Monday, Tuesday. Yesterday, there were no meetings. And then ask for those ones.
That's for what?
As for like appointments once. And then, yeah, they bring me yesterday.
What was her?
Yo, Byron.
Oh, I feel like I'm being summoned. What's up?
Yep. Okay, so get this. Win this morning, woke up pretty early, noticed that the Ridges are having a garage sale. And today is the first day starting at 8 a.m. So what'd your boy do? Went out to every single one of the garage sales and started talking to him, bought like one little small thing here or there. But I just won 3 clients out of it. 2 possible listings and 1 buy.
3 clients out of garage sailing. Gary Vee would be proud. I like this.
Just going out, dude, dead ass. Like, and I was just talking to him. I was like, you have a beautiful home, like, oh, thank you. And I was like, how long have you been here? And like this last lady was like, we've been here for 16 years. We are probably the 10th house in the neighborhood. I was like, oh my goodness. Isn't it crazy to see how this town has turned, or changed so much? And she's like, yeah. I was like, well, I'm a realtor. I can't help but talk about real estate sometimes. Sorry, and got a giggle out of it. And I was like, well, would it be okay with you if I share you my information? And, if that time comes where you're thinking of selling or even need to do a little bit of landscaping, you can just reach on out to me. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. We don't have a realtor or anything. And it's like, great. And this lady's in her upper 80s.
Oh,
and it's a huge house.
Love it. I love it.
Oh, yeah. So, I spent probably $60 on some cool shit. But
he said I bought one little thing. It's like I spent $60. That's great.
Well, not even, probably like 45. You know what I mean? Cool. But like those, I'd rather buy leads like that instead of doing how other people do it. Like, because that's just like a personal engagement interaction. They get to get your energy as you as a person. And then when you ease into that sales aspect, you can either directly tell if they're interested or if they're kind of nervous about you, everything right there through their body language, right? And one lady I asked, and it was the homeowner was a whole old lady, and her daughter was helping her with the sale. Daughter's probably like in her mid 40s. And when I brought this up, the daughter starts answering questions like, yeah, we got real stuff oh, sure. And then the mom looks over and gives a death stare at the daughter and goes, she speaks for herself. And she was like, what's your name again? And it's like, Mason. She goes, well, Mason, I would love your information. Like, there we go. Can you hear me?
Like, kind of,
I can't
Yeah,
hear you.
sorry, I was muting because I know there's a lot of talk. I didn't want to have everybody talking over you. But yes, I'm still listening.
Yeah. Isn't that wild? But, oh, there's Eric.
I have that
But
one.
I just pulled up to the office.
So wait, did you end
sorry.
up getting her info too, or what's the?
Yeah, so I'm not good at giving out business cards. I'm getting phone numbers. Fuck, what is going on with our parking lot? I'm getting phone numbers, and then what I have is this, it's a flow page, and it's a link, like you're sharing a website link, and I'll show you it when I get into the office, and it brings you to like a very basic web page that displays Meraki Realty Group, photo of me, that has a little button that you can click and download all of my contact information, like my whole contact card. And then it also has a link to our website, MerakiRG.com. And it has all of my socials plugged in on there too. So they can immediately have all of me and the touch of a link.
You're not.
And do you give them the URL, or do you like send it to them, or do you get their number? How do you get their number? Oh, you're frozen if you're trying to talk to us. What? Come on upstairs. You'll see us in a second.
Pushing the sunroof. He's like, why?
Do.
That's just how they work. That's just how they work.
Miranda.
Like, that's
Does
not
the
good.
glass?
Oh, that was from me yesterday. I forgot I wrote on it.
Does the glass top on the Model Y all the way back?
All the way back, front to back,
Until the back windshield? or whatever?
Outside.
Like, is it-
into the trunk. Yeah,
Is it all one piece or is it separate there?
it's all one piece. Then you hit the trunk because the trunk moves up. Because it's separate, but it's also glass.
Ken was watching out the window, so I was wondering if something like that, and he'd like.
Yeah, he'd be mesmerized up top.
Cause that's all he can see when he's looking out the windows, is like the sky, and he just looks straight up.
Simple.
Thought about the Tesla route. They're just like.
They're getting more
I got-
affordable
I got shut down in that.
very quickly. Yeah, because they're like, you're not parking in my garage. I already know.
You're running the
Literally.
extension cord out the.
I already know. I've seen this movie before.
Tell them it's gonna be cheap though still, like it's it's not that expensive on your house.
Oh, you use that at like $12 a month is what it.
Yeah, it was not
Yeah.
crazy at all. It's pretty
Um,
inexpensive.
But I would
spend
have
about
to park
$30 to $40
in
in
there.
gas a week.
Unfortunate.
That's $120 to $160 a
Dude,
month.
10 out of 10 would not recommend. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
I'll steal my kiss next.
I'll just
You need
steal
a
it out of
hybrid.
somebody's tank. Do you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Why just dip your toes in? Jump in.
no, not full day.
why a hybrid?
Where was this garage sale? You got here.
There was a lot of them.
So the whole neighborhood's having garage sales.
You're like, this is more, yeah, I gotta do
There's
this
like
shit.
8 of them, and it's in the ridges, all these homes are
Oh, geez.
wildly expensive
Yeah.
and a little bit out of date.
Wild.
And so I
He's
was
like
like,
potential.
yeah, and I was like, you
But I'll
know,
take
and plus
painting.
these people, they've probably got some nice things, might be able to cop a couple things.
Don't you love the idea that
And,
the
What do you
words
get?
wildly expensive
Oh,
means
like-
absolutely nothing?
right.
Because
Like-
wildly expensive to me is like completely different than wildly expensive to like
Louis Vuitton
Bella
duffel bag for
Fair.
super cheap.
or Mason
Just a couple things, what's going on.
or Little Bro.
And it's like a fruity cactus. It's
It's a little
Peanut
bro.
cactus?
peanuts.
What's that?
cactus. Yeah, look it
You
up.
said little bro?
Little Bro.
I got
Is
Little
it
bro,
you?
Who?
3.
I'm his little bro? That's awesome.
No, that's your rap name, Little Bro.
Little bro,
Because
little bro,
Got
sorry.
it, now we got it.
Bro saw.
Get it?
She got it.
Little
You
arm.
you didn't catch it.
Little arm.
Little arms.
More.
Well, more.
Of the, you know, and it just started in Indiana, so I kind of like beat all the traffic. And it's like, you know, before they were all beaten down there.
All right,
Whatever called me because they didn't leave a voicemail.
but we're beyond.
I found out you were answering.
You know,
That's them telling you that they just sold your car.
It put them right into a voice. Yeah. I'm texting them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we talked about this big change script. One of the beauties of this script is the purpose of this is, especially as you have big changes in your business. This is a great way to re-engage your sphere back into having some ownership of your business. Okay. The other really, really strong purpose for this script is these are for people who you don't talk to often, haven't talked to in a long time, or want to get back in touch with. This is a great way to reintroduce them into things that are happening in your life and into a relationship that you can carry on for years and years and years. Okay, so this is a great way to reignite relationships or to ignite relationships that you have not gotten a chance to do this before. Okay, so when you think about, for example, this is one of the people that a lot of real estate agents probably have access to, but have never tapped into, which is like friends of parents of friends, other business professionals that you respect or admire. This is just a great way to introduce them into being a part of your business. Okay. Because a lot of times those are relationships, people that you know and that know you. And yet, for whatever reason, these are things that we have never been able to tap into, to leverage, to access that conversation. Okay. So this is just one of the really, really great ways to do it. And it invites really good conversation. It puts people like that in a position where they feel like a mentor and they feel like they are invested in seeing you do well. Okay. So one of the great conversations, again, for reigniting relationships with people who you could see as a mentor, and for people who you haven't talked to in a very, very long time, to just introduce a conversation, respect their time, and get a chance to get on to the next thing. Okay. And as Amanda pointed out yesterday, this script is specifically very, very good for changes that happen in your business. A big change that happened in your business. Next week, we're going to talk about the other script that you're going to use for changes that happen in your life outside of business, just to introduce conversation and how we get that back into potentially back into the world of real estate. And the reality is it comes through the things that we've talked about already. Okay. So we talked about the life circumstances that actually make people move. So the next script we talk about is going to be around how do we have conversations around these things, and that those become your segue into talking about business, as opposed to this one where we're talking about business the entire time. Okay. We talked about the timelines and making sure that you're having the right conversations with the right people at the right time, because right after number 9 on your script, the big change script, you see there's an opportunity for you to either do an appointment or make sure you're having whatever the proper conversation is for these people. Is it a referral? Is it actually a face-to-face? Is it just setting up another phone call or another touch up sometime between now and when they actually move? There's one question in the back. Go ahead.
So I was working on this, reaching out to people yesterday.
Yes.
What I found challenging is how do you smoothly, because obviously this is more of a phone call than a text or a message.
Sure.
How do you smoothly ask for somebody's number that you don't have or haven't talked to in a while, and make it so it doesn't sound salesy if you ask and then you're immediately like, hey, so just got into real estate. That was what I was.
Yep. That is a great question, because you bring up a really good question, which is how do I avoid, well, why don't you give me their number so I can talk to them instead of you? Doesn't that sound a little weird, a little salesy, a little I'm in it for me and not for you in any way? Okay, this is where I want you to jump directly to number 8 on your script, where it gives you the opportunity, and it says, instead of you asking for their number, all you're going to do is, why don't you set up a group chat and introduce everybody, and then we can just work from there. This becomes very, very simple now when you say, my brother might need to move next year. Well, I tell you what, whether we decide to work together or not, why don't you set up a group chat, introduce us, so that if he has any questions, he has somewhere he can go.
Oh, well, I'm talking about the actual people.
The actual
people
person.
who I've been talking to, like people I used to work with. I have them on Facebook. I don't have their phone numbers. So how do I message them and smoothly ask for their phone numbers without.
Yeah, slide in those DMs. That's
Yeah.
right. Been there, just got married.
Long time no talk, how you doing?
Yeah.
Started
I love
with
that. I'm gonna help you with this one. Number 2 on your script. Super simple. We're gonna make a small edit to number 2. Hey, I really need your help. What's your number? Can I call you?
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Hey, I really need your help with something. Can I call you?
That sounds like a scam message though, if I'm being honest, like, I got that, I'm ignoring that 100%.
I bet he wouldn't.
You're bad for.
But again.
You would ignore it if it came from Joe Bob down the street.
Yeah,
I bet you wouldn't ignore it if it came from Daquan.
exactly.
You see the giggle?
Like,
He
these
couldn't
aren't-
help it.
These aren't.
He can't help it.
random
These aren't
my
random
guy.
people.
Yeah.
We're talking about Sphere. We're talking about people you know, people who know you, like you, and trust you already. They're not worried about this being a scam because they already know you, like you, and trust you, and would work with you if the opportunity presented itself. This is the opportunity. This is why these things work so unbelievably well, and you don't have to worry about that. Okay? So that's how you're gonna do it. If you don't have their number, that's how you get it. And when you do, and then you need to ask for somebody's number, group chat is the easiest way to request someone's number without this being a weird scenario. Cool? Love it.
I usually do the, I lost all my contacts.
I did that too, yeah.
And
Yeah.
people are always like, oh, I'm sorry. So I'm like, I lost all my contacts. I know I had your number before, but what's your number again? Because instead of texting on Facebook, which is so weird, can I just call you? Like I make it just like, and they're like, oh, no worries. Or I say I never check Facebook notifications.
I love that. Remember, Jasmine taught you that one, not me, because I would never do
It is, it's how.
it.
Starting.
It's not
Yeah.
lying.
I don't love the idea of starting with lying, but you know what? If it's
But
working,
You should have already had their number before, and then I always feel guilty that I don't have their number.
well, that's the truth. Not I lost it. See, there's the truth right there. I heard that part right
But
then
that
and
could be
there.
like my cousin. I'm like, oh, I lost my.
And now you feel silly.
non-active
See, look,
relationship.
you could have been like, "Oh my God, I can't
No,
believe
not that-
I thought I saved your number way back when, and somehow I didn't. Send it to me now." You see how it accomplishes the same goal without. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. So, what I want to do, I want to give you one more chance to practice this with somebody different than you practiced this with yesterday, and I just want you to practice because there are some real skills in here. For example, number 8 of getting someone else's phone number without being the weird salesy person who says, well, give me their number so that I can get off the phone with you since you're not going to help me. Okay. So I want to give you a chance to practice this. We're going to just take about 5 minutes, and I just want you to see if you can get through it and your partner can get through it. Again, these are supposed to be very, very quick, easy conversations, and then you'll set yourself up for another conversation down the road. All right. So let's take 5 minutes with a partner and just see if you can practice the big change script.
Okay. Good word, y'all.
Ready? Great.
I'm right, I had 2 meetings in the
Time to
morning.
film more.
Sit in this kid,
Yeah.
my kid.
Right.